In this video, I want to tell you a little bit about my story into personal growth, just one of the main keys, one of the main quests, and how it relates to you and what you can gain from learning about yourself through personality type and understanding the different parts of you that are involved. What's up, Game Changer? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, helping you find your true character and level it up so you can play life better. I was talking to one of my coaches recently, just the other day actually, and she was asking me more about why I do this. Like, what are my whys? What are my reasons for feeling like I need to share this passion with other people, and I need to give people a different viewpoint on themselves? And it comes down to a massive identity switch that I've had. And you might know this already through being in this channel. I've explained it a couple times, just here and there, but I really want to go into it more in this video and give you some motivation for your journey. So throughout my life, I've had many different labels that I've attached to myself, different nicknames. I was like collecting nicknames at one point. It was when I was more like spazzy in elementary school and middle school. I kind of calmed down and I was still collecting different names, different labels. I remember some specific ones, like my teacher called me Eeyore, which is understandable now, but at the time I wasn't really sure if how I felt about it, but I still accepted it. And I even signed my name as smiley faces instead of my actual name. I had so many different names and identities that I was trying to understand and capture and hold within myself. Flash forward to university, after a lot of ups and downs in social life and relationships and things like that, and just emotional turmoil, I ended up going to Japan. I had no interest in Japan. It was just where I went. I wanted to leave Michigan. I wanted to learn how to be myself, how to fend for myself in the wild. And what better way of doing that than going across to the other side of the world? And it was scary. And actually, the person that I was going to go on the trip with wasn't able to do it. He had some family issues. His grandfather passed away, and unfortunately he backed out, and I took his place. Like, I actually took his place within the register because I wasn't fully committed to it. The people who interviewed me could see that, right? And they're like, are you really going to do this? And he backed out. I got the opportunity to do it, and it completely changed my life. What I want to talk about from there is I latched on to this identity of being the rogue, being a rogue character class. If you play RPGs, if you play games, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's that character who is cold, distant, fends for his self or herself and his small group, plays in the shadows, waits for the best opportunity to strike. There's a lot of preparation and premeditation about what you're going to do, and it's very sneaky, and it's not a group-focused class. There's like the Rogues Guild, but I don't know how well they're bonding with each other. I don't know if they're really getting along together. Everybody has their own desires, but there's this goal to protect your group as well. There's a lot of sneaky stuff going on. And anyway, so I had this identity about myself that I'm the rogue. Like, in social situations, I'm just in the back watching and waiting for the right opportunity to strike, to talk to somebody. And I was very good at it. This coquettish kind of energy. If you've studied the art of seduction, you might know what I'm talking about. But it's this hot and cold, back and forth. But really what it was doing for me is it was protecting my vulnerabilities. It was keeping me from exposing my soul, my heart to people and getting hurt. because I had gotten hurt plenty of times, as we all have. It was something I really held on to. I was like, I'm not going to get hurt again. I'm not going to start a relationship. I'm not going to get involved with anybody except for, these couple people who I know I can trust. And so I had this identity of being a rogue. And it was actually protecting myself. It was protecting my heart, protecting my vulnerabilities. It was keeping me from engaging with other people. It was keeping me from exploring the potential that I had, and the potential of other people, and the potential of the emergent of our dynamics, our relationship. And I remember one time I was at the bar. It was a club, actually. It was a 5-story club. A lot of people there. And it was a regular place that I went to test myself, to put myself out there and to understand my comfort zone and myself more and meet other people as well. So I remember standing at the bar, had my drink in hand, Long Island iced tea. I'm not recommending that you drink or anything like that, but I had my drink and I was looking out over all the people, and my friend, who we always went out together, he's more of like the warrior. He's the innovator. He's the guy that's going out there and just running into a group of people and creating this buoyancy, this energy, just thunderclapping, and everybody's like, I gotta talk to this guy, or like, he's a lot of fun, he's a lot of, energy, energetic, and positive, and all this other stuff. Very extroverted gentleman. And I'm not that, and I was standing at the bar by myself, because he was out doing his thing, just looking around. I had done this for a couple of years at this point. And I just remember, I had my drink and I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with this label of who I am. This, seeing myself as a rogue, seeing myself as this cold person. I don't know what it was, but there was just this instance, this epiphany that happened, that I was like, I need to change how I see myself. I need to reframe my identity. And it wasn't in those words. It was actually, no, I'm not a rogue. I'm more like a priest. What if I took on this identity, this character? What if I played this character of a priest more? I wonder what that would feel like to me. And I wish I could say that it was a simple, quick switch and I was instantly out there healing everybody and throwing shields on and protecting them and worried about, maintaining other people's health bars and supporting them and being vulnerable in that and trusting that they'll support me back. And I wish I could say that it was an instant switch, but it wasn't. But it was a switch. It was like, I'm going to start leveling up this character more. I'm going to start playing on this tune, this character that I have, and try to give it the gear, give it the items and the experience that it needs, so that eventually it can hang with the big boys. It can go out there and do some raid parties, right? It can go for these bigger quests. And through doing that, I got hurt. I had things happen to me. Good and bad. And I was able to share more about myself. I cried a couple times, which is something I hadn't done in a while, because I stopped myself from doing it. I was cold and robotic when I was this rogue. Being able to see myself as this other character in life had a huge trickling impact on the rest of the interactions that I had and the current position that I'm at in my life now. And there's no one way that you can trigger insights and these epiphanies to happen. I understand that. You can't just fully expect it. You can do some work through hypnosis and trance, even just taking hot showers and priming your mind to do it, and meditation, things like that. There are ways to get more connected to that unconscious, to sift out those insights. But sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you're surrounded by the environment, you're looking around, you're in the moment, and then ding, there's just this light. It was a difficult switch, but it was the most meaningful identity label that I've changed. I wasn't collecting all these nicknames anymore. I just saw myself in a different way. And I know that personality type can do that to people. It can do that for people. And this is what I'm trying to share with everybody. I'm trying to share that there are these parts, these characters within you, these different identities, different labels, different nicknames for your different parts. The part of you that wants to go out and talk to people, the part of you that's afraid to, the part of you that wants to change her job, the part of you that wants to do more art, and the part of you that is playing small, the part of you that's depressed and trying to hold all the other parts back. There are all these different parts, and within that, if you use Carl Jung's cognitive functions and personify them, as I've done, you have these main key behavioral traits and patterns, these constellations of behaviors and different aspects of life that you can personify, you can build rapport with. I started building rapport with that priest aspect of myself. Before that, I had been building rapport with the tinker kind of character within myself that was playing with different possibilities and exploring like what could be in the box. Right? That's what put me out into Japan. That's what put me into the clubs and those kind of situations. It was exploring what could be out there, because maybe I'll find myself in the box. Think about that one. And through a lot of more self-discovery and studying and learning about these different models of personal growth and personality type and self-development, and studying different fields, different realms of information that I could kind of absorb and expand and connect to other different things, like playing games and personality type, for example, I was able to create a way of looking at life that really helped me. It helped me be more of who I am. And then I was able to just put it out there on the web, on the internet, made some websites for it. And I got a couple comments like, wow, this really helped me. And instantly I knew that that was my next level. That was the next step that I had to take. I had to share this with more people, because if it helped me and it helps somebody else, then it can help more people. And maybe it's a little inflated of myself, but I really do feel that you have a necessity to support other people, to help other people. It is something that we all have the responsibility to do, to support the world in being better, to support other people by really bettering ourselves first, so that we have this overabundance of care and support that we can share with other people. So that's part of my journey. It's not the whole thing. There's more things that happen, sure. There's a lot more to come. But that's the general flow of what happened and why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. So I want to know, within your life, where are the labels that you have attached and you're still holding on to? Like, what are those characters that you're spending too much time playing throughout your life that aren't actually serving you and your larger purpose and the larger purpose of the world? Like, where are you stuck in these routines and these habits that are just looping themselves and not actually giving you the benefit? There are of course there are side benefits. Like I talked to when I was a rogue, it protected me. It kept me safe because I could just vanish. I could stealth and peace out, and there wouldn't be anybody around me to suffer by not having me in their life, because I never allowed that connection to happen. So what about your life? Do you have these aspects that you are still running, these characters that you're still playing and giving a lot of spotlight to, that aren't really the characters that you need to be on right now? They're not going to take you to the next level in your life. They're not going to help you play life better. think about it. Write notes. Take notes on this stuff. You're not going to gain as much if you're just watching passively while you're washing the dishes or something like that. And that might be strange coming from a guy on YouTube, but I really do feel that this is a platform that can change lives and can help people. Enough of all that sad stuff. Really, what are your potentials? What are your possibilities? What are your chances for the next level in your life? And what are you willing to give up on? What aspects of yourself are you sure that it's now time to put them away and play on this other character? Shift your identity. Try playing a different character type for a while and see how it goes. And you'll be really surprised at all the things that you learn about yourself. Well, I hope this video helped. And if it did, please let me know down below in the comments what served you and anything that you're working on as well. Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.